Today we're reviewing the Intel Core Ultra 5 245K. That is the actual name. You can think of this like a 15600K, which, to be fair, is not a much better name. So the 245K, it's $310 part, 6P cores, 8E cores, 14 threads. There's no SMT or hyperthreading on it. And this is going to be a really short and simple review today, at least by our standards. The 285K review went up as well. That is massive, and it explores a lot of really important topics with how the power is being routed through the motherboard that we tested with, and goes into 24-pin power, ATX 12 volt being drawn there, and some other stuff too. But ultimately our conclusion, which you do need to watch that review for all the backstory, but the important parts were product's not ready for launch, has a lot of really critical bugs right now that are being found in the reviews process, which is a terrible time to find bugs, because that means these parts are already out there. They're already in retailers' hands. And so motherboards, for example, that have issues, they're going to ship with the problematic BIOSes where they exist, such as ours, where features aren't enabled properly like they're supposed to be. But anyway, all that's in the 285K review. That part hasn't changed. So all that still applies here. We're just not going to recap it again because it's the same. What is different is the pricing, the value positioning. Intel and its big Arrow Lake claims are that efficiency's improved and power consumption's down. For the most part, these are both accurate statements with some key details there that we'll go over again. Now, key comparisons against modern CPUs would include AMD's entire X3D lineup, such as especially the 5700 X3D. So if you're on AM4, that's still a phenomenal upgrade path. And then additionally, the 9600X is kind of in the same price territory. Intel's prior generation parts have gotten cheaper as well. So we'll get into all that, but today we are applying it to the 245K, looking at gaming production, power, and making some determinations on if it's worth it. Actually does something in this game sometimes, sort of. We talked about the exciting 1.2% gain in the 14900K, which we're sure the entire up at 301 FPS, with the 14600K leading it by 12% with its 248 FPS, and the 285K leading by 22% at 270 FPS. In our 285K review, we noted that Final Fantasy is one of Intel's worst generational titles between the 9700X improves upon its frame rate by 7%, the 5700X3D's 111 FPS results improves by 20%, and the 14600K is behind the 245K and alongside the 9600X. The 245K leads the 14